So now the questions, friends, will go through what all the questions come with the answers I will give you. Now, Altman Z score. This is a yardstick used for identifying whether the company is solvent or it's going to go for liquidation. If the score is below 1.8, if the score as per this Altman Z score, it is called as an index yardstick. It is less than 1.8, then the company is going in for liquidity. The bankruptcy is the answer. 1.8, you remember. When the economy is inflationary condition, what should the government do? When the economy is inflation means more supply of money is there, and therefore the company will have to reduce that, which means it should reduce the expenditure. Then when suppose you are an insolvent resolution professional, if you are suspecting there is a diversification of transactions, preferential transactions are there, then up to what period you can do verification. So all transactions within 1 year preceding the date of admission of the company corporate data to the CIRP process. That is the answer, within 1 year. Then is the next question is when the bond with regard to securities, how will that security will be quoted in the market? That is the issue. You know, suppose I have purchased a debentures for 10,000 rupees, and the debenture is giving 12% interest. Suppose if my expected interest is 10% and they are giving 12%, then the debenture will be quoted at premium because it is above expectations they are performing. Suppose if it is below expectation, it will be a discount. When the interest rate expected is same as what they are paying, it will be at par. So the question is, when the debenture interest is and the expected interest are same, actual interest and expected interest are same, then what is the situation? Where the security will be quoted at par. That is the next question. Now, the composition of valuation committee, you must read that. The valuation committee includes a member nominated from Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Remember, the regulator for the ministry for this IBBA and all is Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Now, liquidator's fee. What is liquidator's fee? Is part of the liquidator's expenses. Liquidator fee is part of liquidator's expenses. Is the remuneration and expenses will be the first payable to the liquidator. Now, the question, you know, this is the BCG group, Boston, that is stars, and then question marks, cash cows and dogs. Cash cows are those organization companies division which continuously produces cash in excess of their requirement. They are called as cash cows, and every organization must have 2-3 cash cows. So money will be coming in so that you can invest. Even some risk is there, some loss comes, you can take. Then the next question is always stars means high performers, and then the company is growing at a very fast pace. The return on investment is much higher than the cost of capital. And then the question marks. If something is wrong, otherwise that will become a cash cow or a star. But if it doesn't become, it will become a dog. Dog means is nuisance, and you will find that it is not usually just wasting time, and the company is always in some trouble or the other, drinking lot of money. Good money is put on bad investment. This is the group, you know that. Next is, which is not classified as plant and machinery. Land is not classified as plant and machinery. Land and building is separate values. Plant and machinery will be separate values. Financial assets will be separate values. And then the question is, the valuation will take separately. Futures and options are derived from derived from underlying asset. Underlying asset. Understand me? The milk is the underlying asset. Curd and ghee are derivatives of milk. Now, when a show cause notice cannot be issued to a valuer, show cause notice is normally issued when you do something wrong and now violating the regulations or conduct as per that disciplinary case. Then only you'll ask why you should not take action. This complaint has been received. But in this case, this is payment for non-payment of membership. Whether one can file issue a show cause notice means you should not issue to show cause notice. Understand? Show cause notice is for some mistakes. Value this automatically. If you don't pay a member, they will tell you if you don't pay in time, then your name will be removed. Naturally, you have to come and pay the fees. That's all. Now, you are appointed to invest a sum of 10 crores in a company. What is the first job you are going to do? And this first job is study the company. You have to study the company. Understand the company. That's a very important point. The next one is where will you show what is the share suspense account? It is when you forfeit the shares, the amount paid by the amount paid, but will not be refunded to him. That will go to forfeiture account. That will go to suspense account, and then the filing of return of FDI investment to RBI, foreign direct investment to RBI, before 15th July of every year. Before 15th July of every year. The rate of depreciation of intangible assets is 25%. Rate of depreciation of intangible assets is 25%. And then if IRR is more than the cost of capital, then naturally you have to invest in the shares. And the Competition Act is applicable whole of India except Jammu and Kashmir. And the appeal to DRAT, Debt Recovery Appellate Tribunal, when can you make? You can make an appeal to the Appellate Tribunal when the amount, the lower court will say you have to pay 10 crores. Then you must first pay 50 lakhs, 50% of the due, or anything less determined by the court. That is very, very important. Now, horizontal mergers and vertical mergers, they will ask. Horizontal merger, company A, company B, same companies, then they merge. That is called as horizontal mergers. For example, Mangalore refinery merges with Manali Madras refineries. Both are the same line of business. That's called as horizontal merger. So, for example, a vertical merger means when you have 3 levels. For example, if you are oil company, first is exploration of oil, then is refining of oil, and then marketing. This is called vertical merger. So, suppose I am in a procurement company. Now, I'll merge with, I'll acquire a refinery. That means it's a vertical merger. The conglomerate merger means it is something which is not connected to the business line of business, neither horizontal nor vertical, a totally different line of business. Next comes the forms I have already explained. Certificate of recognition issued to LLP. LLP will be issued in Form E. I told you, Form A is for individual, Form B is for partnership firms. Then when you apply these two, A and B, C will be recognition certification given by IBPI, the valuer organization. Certificate of recognition is given. IBPI only gives it. If it is a LLP or a private limited company, then Form E, D is you apply, E you will. That's how you have to remember this. Now, with regard to gift tax, friends, for example, 35,000 each received from 3 different persons. 1,05,000, which is above 50,000. There is no basic exemption limit in gift tax. Therefore, the entire 1,05,000 will be taxed. In other words, that's all. That is clear. Qualification for land and building valuer is architecture or town planning of a recognized university.